Hi friends, I am Sunique and here we are, my fourth video where I'm discovering more about the Greek myths by using tarot and oracle decks. So I've been using the Odyssean tarot, the Greek mythology reading cards, the mythic oracle. So these two are oracles, this one a tarot deck, so there is a defined difference there. Since recording the last couple of videos, or the last 3 videos, I have actually now read through the whole guidebook of these 2 decks here, Mythic Oracle and Greek Mythology reading cards. I've read both guidebooks and they've given me like a little gentle introduction into Greek mythology, if you like. This one I've dipped in and out of because it is pretty text heavy and goes into quite a lot of depth. So yeah, that's deep study, I would say, but really good. And I've also ordered Stephen Fry's Mythos book as well, so for some further study. So that's great. So that's where I am so far. Just to say about these 2 decks, just before we move on. As I said, I've read both guidebooks, and what I've found is they've given just enough information. Back on Aphrodite. Heads up, I've bought the Tarot of Aphrodite and that will probably be my next video. But yeah, Aphrodite keeps calling, so I'm answering that call. Anyway, that's another video. But yeah, so it gives you a little bit of background, but not a massive amount, and that's the same for both decks. So if we just look at Aphrodite in the Mythic Oracle, it tells us that Cronus, the king of the Titans, came into power by killing and overthrowing his father Uranus. Cronus castrated Uranus and threw his genitals in the sea. It's a brilliant story. A white foam arose where they fell, and Aphrodite emerged from it, fully grown and beautiful. Aphrodite, like Eros, has a dual birth myth. Another story describes Aphrodite as the daughter of Zeus and Dion. The goddess of love and beauty, Aphrodite represents a nature of romantic love and beauty born from both the ethereal and the physical realms. Aphrodite had many lovers and explored the realms of love in great depth. I love that sentence. That is just loaded with meaning, isn't it? And the 2 myths of her birth expresses the divine nature and complexity of romantic love, and then it gives you a message as it would apply to you. So that's how it's done in the Mythic Oracle. In the Greek mythology reading cards, if we look again at Aphrodite, this one is alphabetical, and we have attraction. Aphrodite was bestowed with such loveliness, allure and grace she overwhelmed men. As the essence of feminine beauty and gentle charm, she invoked desire and longing in all who beheld her. Homer referred to her fragrant altar and sweet-smelling temple. I'm sorry, they're just loaded with meaning, aren't they, some of these sentences? Anyway, it was said that her robes outshone the brightness of fire, and she had strong associations with loving white doves, myrtle, perfume and flowers. Aphrodite had all that was desirable and attractive, including soft skin and beautifully crafted gold jewellery. As a goddess of the earth element, Aphrodite is protective and rewarding. She resolves discord and introduces lovingly whispered endearments that steal the heart away. Her energy bestows irresistible delight. And then what the card suggests is just this tiny little bit here. So in both decks, you just sort of get a taster, an indication of the gods and the goddesses. No real depth, just an overview. Whereas in the Odyssean tarot, just for an example, I was looking at Temperance because it's my Sagittarian card, and I always look to Temperance. And that is just loaded with information, like the Delphic maxim, nothing in excess. And we can see the duality here within a hermaphrodite figure here, so male and female. And the reason behind that, because Hermaphroditus was the child of Hermes and Aphrodite. So here we are back with Aphrodite. She's come again. I don't know. Anyway, so it goes right into this. Then it talks about the rainbow. So here, I mean, this is a beautiful rainbow, and Iris was the goddess of the rainbow, taking messages from humans, from mankind, to the gods. She delivered the messages backwards and forwards, and she was actually able to travel to the underworld. There's only a couple that could do that, one being Hermes and the other one Iris. Anyway, that's not what I was going to highlight here. I was going to highlight the rainbow, and I thought this was fascinating. So in terms of psychology and gender identity, this can be seen as corresponding to non-binary sexuality. Similarly, the rainbow has become a symbol of diversity within the spectrum of human sexuality and gender. And so, you know, the rainbow is a symbol utilised by the gay pride movement. And here it says, the temperance card then is emblematic of harmony, tolerance, civility and equality. How cool is that? Yeah, so that's just a little peek into what I'm discovering with the Odyssean Tarot. Okay, I was having a little look in my own library because I've got quite a few books as well, and I discovered I got this book here, 30-Second Mythology, and basically that's what it is. So it gives you a 30 seconds worth of information. You would read that in 30 seconds and get like background to it. So we've got a 3-second one, a 3-minute one, a 3-second biography here, a related myth, a 30-second test. So yeah, it's another sort of taster, if you like. It's not heavy. It's not. I think it's designed for students actually, just to get a little overview of the myths, which is just enough to get you going. Now, the reason that I've been seeking out a little bit more literature or information, I mean, as I've said before, and I can link below, the Red Seeds Tarot, the Red Thread Tarot, a couple of books that I've already read as well, one on Circe, one on Achilles. So I'm getting there. I'm getting my knowledge base is accumulating, shall we say. So I did buy, I'll just take it out of the wrapper so we're not getting horrible glare, but this was from Make Playing Cards, and this is Theia's deck from Garden Goddess Tarot, who decided, I mean, Theia is so into Greek mythology and she knows so much, and designed their own deck from existing artwork. And it looked absolutely beautiful, so I thought I would take it, I would buy it. But however, there's no guidebook to this, and looking on Theia's channel, I can't really see an awful lot of information, as it were, on Greek mythology. I think if you join her Patreon page, then it's there, but that's the only way I think you can access it. So let's just have a little look at the cards, because I thought, well, the knowledge is out there, isn't it? It's in books, so it is accessible. So, and this deck looks so gorgeous. It's like linen cardstock. These are the backs. She got such amazing energy as well, Theia. I love her channel. Anyway, this is Zeus, the infamous Zeus. Elysian Fields. So what I can do with this is actually take the title, and if it's something I know nothing about, then I can actually research that, which would be fun. A little fun project for the winter. Psyche. Adonis. You might recognise some of these images because they are existing artwork. Ether. I don't know this one. Arachne. Okay, that's got to be something to do with spiders and spider webs, because here they're weaving on a loom here. So yeah, presume. What's this one? Asphodel Meadows. I don't know. Asphodel Meadows. I have no clue. It's very pretty though. We have Apollo. Some of these are quite well written about, aren't they? Sharon, I don't know how. See, I don't even know how a lot of these are actually pronounced. But yeah, very healthy looking male there. It's interesting to see what that's about. Astraios means nothing to me. Asclepius. See, some of these I actually do recognise the names now, so I'm learning. Oceanus, so is that Oceanus? I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know a lot, I think. Chaos. Yes, we've all had some of that in our lives, haven't we? Chloris. Nemesis. Very famous painting. Circe. I love that book on Circe, it was brilliant. Madeline Miller, brilliant book. Kronos, eating his own children. Tyche. Looks like Fortuna. Oh, Tyche again. That's interesting. So we've got two cards. Cyclops. Interesting that they've got the Greek name as well. Dionysus. Eros. Gaia. Look at that. The use of light in that painting. Wow. Hamadryads. Dryads are tree spirits. Hamadryads. Some of these are quite dark actually. So dark imagery, dark to look at. Hebe. So hopefully you can see them. There's Hecate. Another very famous painting there. Ooh. A lot of skeletons. Hecatoncheires? I don't know. How on earth you pronounce some of these? I'm really butchering them. Eos. Helios. Helios is the sun god. Hemera. Hephaestus. Erebos. Hera. Heracles or Hercules wearing the lion's mane. Yes, now I know that story. Hermes. Oh, this is that magician, isn't it? The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, Hermes. God, the messenger of the gods. Painting there. Winged helmet. Hesperides. Hestia. Who I believe another name for is Bridget. And we're coming up to him soon. Horai. Hyperion. Hypnos, god of sleep. Iris, rainbow goddess. Labyrinthos. Clymene. Kronos, Father Time. the egg with the egg timer. Artemis, or Diana, the hunting dogs. Eris, Harmonia, the tambourine. Apate, Aphrodite, Aries, god of war. Athene, Atlas, having to hold the world up so the sky didn't touch the earth. Arenas, very angry looking females there. Cirrus. See, some of these images must be so old that they faded. You know, the originals. Leto. Hades. Cerberus, the three-headed dog. Medusa, before the snakes. This is a pre-Raphaelite painting. That's a Gabriele Rossetti, isn't it? Oh, Goddess of Memory. That's a pre-Raphaelite as well. Mnemosyne. It's definitely a pre-Raphaelite. Morpheus. Another sleep. The Morai. Threads of Fate. The Muses. Nymphae. Nike. That's Narcissus. Fell in love with his own reflection. Nyx. Uria. These images are stunning, aren't they? Anarchy, the snake. Don't know if I was in frame there. Uranus. Pandora. Don't open the box. At least you left hope in there. Persephone. Pegasus. Beautiful. Pan. Pontus. Poseidon. Theia. Prometheus. Ooh, the liver being eaten. Satyrs. Expression on there, on that face. Rhea, handing over the baby. Demeter, Persephone's mother. Zephyrox. Tartarus. Carites. Sphinx. There. Themis. Thanatos. Typhus. Sirens. Echidna. Look at this. Wow. Selene. Don't know how to say it, even though it's a goddess I really connect to. When I lived in Devon for a little while, could walk across the seawall, and with a full moon you could see the path that the moon's reflection was on the sea, and I always felt like in my mind's eye I could walk across the path. It's just so magical, especially when the sea was still, which it is sometimes. Theia, echo, thesis. You see like a path over the sea, but this one's a sun. Maynard's. I don't know if we can see this one very well. It's so dark. It says Aphrodite and Bronte. There's two figures down here, but really difficult to see. Really difficult to see. Chiron. Mount Olympus. Eros. Epimetheus. Iapetus. Nephele. So those are the cards. If you ever get a chance to go to an art gallery like the one in London and see some paintings in their original form, you will be blown away. And it's so difficult to capture them on something like card. You know, it's something else to actually see them close up, and how huge they are as well. So obviously, you know, compromises have to be made in order to have your own little art gallery and a set of cards, which is what this is for me. It's a little art gallery. Oh, I'm going to so enjoy playing with this deck. Discovering some of the myths around it. Let's see. I'm wondering, so we'll look at this 32nd mythology. So Zeus is bound to be in there. Bound to be. This is, let's just put this to one side a second. Ivy Press, 2017 it was published. If anyone's interested in this book, you probably get it quite cheaply actually. So we have an introduction, then we've got creation. So we've got the glossary. So for creation we have chaos, Eros, Cupid, Gaia, and a profile. In each one we have one profile in each section. So in this one it's Hesiod. Then we've got Uranus, the Titans, Prometheus. Then we have the Olympians, followed by monsters, some geography, some heroes. There's Heracles or Hercules, Odysseus, Ulysses, tragic figures. There's a few tragic figures, legacy, and then some appendices. So further resources. I always look at the further resources. Here we go. So books. So we've got further books we can look at, which might be worth investigating. Look at these. Classical Mythology, a guide to the mythical world of the Greeks and Romans. Oxford University Press. So, I mean, these are good references here. Okay. So I was going to see if we can find... Right, there's Zeus, 32. And we have some images for Zeus. A lightning bolt. And this is the image we have from the deck. Okay. So a 2-second view. Zeus for Jupiter. Oh, it's Jupiter to the Romans. So Zeus is Jupiter. Was the king of the gods, the head of the Olympian family, the father of gods and men, as Homer put it. 3-minute Odyssey. At Dodona in Epirus, in remote northwest Greece, was a cult of Zeus centred on a sacred oak. There priestesses gave prophecies by listening to the rustling of the leaves of the oak tree. At Dodona, Zeus' consort was Dione, a feminine form of Zeus, not Hera. Oh, because everything I've read, Hera was Zeus's wife, and very jealous. Anyway, Dione may have been Zeus's original consort before the Greeks arrived in the Balkan Peninsula and took over a local cult of the mother goddess, that is, Hera. Oh, so that's where that came from. Interesting. So, 32nd mythology. Zeus was also the god of social customs, the protector of kings and of strangers. The Roman Jupiter was even more the embodiment of the state and its irresistible military power. Zeus was the youngest child of Cronus and Rhea. He was married to Hera, though he is famous for his amorous adventures that resulted in many offspring. So many. Anyway, Cronus sired children by his wife Rhea, but like his father before him, he was a tyrant, swallowing the children as soon as they were born, which we saw in one of these cards, didn't we? But I don't think these are in any sort of order, so I'm never going to... Oh! I was going to say I'm never going to find it, and there it is. Cronus. See? When Zeus, Rhea's last child, was born, she instead gave Cronus a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes, which he unwittingly swallowed. Rhea secretly took the infant Zeus to Crete, where he was raised in a cave. Followers called Curetes beat their shields outside the cave to hide the infant's crying. When Zeus grew up, he overthrew Cronus and forced him to vomit up the children he had swallowed. There followed the Titanmache, or battle against the Titans, in which, thanks to the thunderbolts, which here, manufactured by the Cyclops, so this we have the Cyclops here as well, didn't we? Will I find that one? Cyclops. We have the Cyclops. So, thanks to the thunderbolt manufactured by the Cyclopes, Zeus and the Olympians were victorious. Despite his supremacy, Zeus was not omnipotent. He was challenged by other gods and was subject to fate. So it's great how they, all connect to each other as well. Related myth. In Sanskrit, there is a god, Dyaus Peter, Father Zeus, who is like the Greek-Roman god in Norse myth. The name of the god Theia, or Tuesday, is based on the same Indo-European root. That is weird. Tyr, that's a rune. Wow. So much to learn. 3 second biographies. Uranus, Saturn, father of the Olympians, and then it's, see page 22. And then Hera, or Juno, queen of the gods, wife of Zeus, Jupiter. See page 34. And then we've got a 30-second text. 30-second text. Oh, that's who wrote this. So this is Barry B. Powell who wrote this. And here we've got a synopsis. The youngest child of Cronus and Rhea, Zeus is the king of the gods and leads them to victory against the Titans. A prodigious lover, he fathers many gods and heroes. Yeah, so I think this is going to be great to explore this deck with. That's the plan anyway, so you can see how I'm connecting the two. So anyway, if you've got any recommendations for Greek mythology, websites, or maybe YouTube videos, yeah, drop them in the comments below if you'd be so kind. And this is a little rabbit hole I'm going down at the moment. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and all your kind comments. I am reading them and responding, and I'm so happy people are enjoying my videos. So until the next video, bye friends, bye.